Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you guys for giving me your time. Thanks for bearing with me in technical difficulties. We are here. This is sometimes we do our WAMs on this night, so a lot of these people are already in our WAMs, and then also opened up to the whole team as far as this training is so you have recruited, or maybe you're thinking about recruiting. Like, now what? What is the next steps? So now I am going to take you through my personal onboarding system. And here's the deal. I personally think that if you have a different upline leader that you like their onboarding system and it's working and you've had past success, then I'm not offended if you plug them into someone else's. Okay. I'm going to talk about the important pieces too when you're launching a new rep of like, what are the things that we need to get them going to get them successful, get them their first wins. It's really, really important for your brand new reps to experience a win right away. Okay. The sooner the better. So we're going to kind of talk about ways we can do that. And like the systems we have in place so you don't have to recreate the wheel. Okay. So first of all, if you have, and you know you have a tried and true system for launching someone, I can guarantee you'll feel better in your recruiting conversations with people because you will have the confidence to say, yes, I can help you be a successful rep because I have a system. It's as easy as plugging you in and steps 1, 2, 3. So that gives you a confidence when you're talking to people. It's like, yeah, let's do it. You want to make money in this? I have a way to help you make money. Now, I also want you to know that when you are recruiting people and having recruiting conversations, you guys all know the rule of 80-20 is applicable in almost everything in life. Okay. And so you are going to recruit 10 people and 8 of them will eventually not work the business. Not very much. Okay. Now, that being said, you will have 2 rock stars. Now, that not always rock stars, but 2 people that will work the business. Now, that being said, those 8 that choose not to work the business per se, there is nothing wrong with them. You did nothing wrong. They could have possibly joined because they truly did want the discount, right? We talk about this sometimes. They're like, hey, this kit is an amazing deal. You buy a lot of Zaya. Let's get you on the discount. And then when people join that way, I still want them to do a launch party. I still want them to launch their business. But if that's not truly where they like what they signed up for and what they wanted, then they may do their launch party, maybe do a party or 2, and then decide it's not for them. That, like, I was fine with the discount. I still am fine with the discount, but it was fun to have my launch party. It's fun to get the rewards. And the thing is when you recruit people, you are going to meet them where they are at always. Okay. Now, there are people though that you will have to build belief in them because they don't have belief yet. So you are their cheerleading squad and you have the confidence for them. They're scared shitless to do their first live. You have to tell them you are not going to die in your first live. You are going to do awesome. Honestly, people are going to forget it in like 2 days, so unless accidentally pull your bra off instead of your top, like, people are not going to remember it in a day. Okay. So you have to have that confidence with them. Okay. And you need to breathe that belief in them because they are pretty much stealing your belief in them when they first start. Okay. So I'm a brand new rep. Now what do I do? And then it is a good way to get views, Rianne. It's also a good way to probably get kicked off of social media, I think. So you have somebody signed up and you're like, oh my gosh, now what? Now what do we do? And they're excited. You're excited. And we do not want them to go in paralysis mode. We want them to get started right away and we want to get them to their first wins. So what I like to do with a brand new rep when they sign up is to say, like, send the messages, you know, hey, congratulations, I'm so excited for you. We need to get you in a game plan meeting because I want you to get started in this business and we're going to do this game plan meeting. Now, I do game plan meetings for you guys, but not like all the time. So if you have a brand new rep that joined like on Monday and you see that Sarah's doing a game plan meeting like 10 days later, you're not going to be like, okay, so in 10 days, we're going to plug you into this game plan meeting and then you'll get started after that. This meeting right here is so you can have the confidence to run your own game plan meeting with them. So I'm going to kind of talk you through how do we do a game plan meeting. And I'm going to talk you through the tools I use for a brand new rep to go over the game plan meeting. Okay. And you are welcome to use the tools. And I will tell you that if you have a rep that joins my team, you are going to get your new reps are going to get some emails from me. They're going to get some emails from Katie Ganderton. They may get some emails from Natalie, and just tell them like, hey, don't get overwhelmed. Like if you see an email that you're like, oh, I need to do this, like so-and-so's got a checklist for me, let me get started on that. Then that is awesome. Okay. We don't want them to go like in overtraining mode. So you are going to be there to tell them steps 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So they join, you say, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait for you to get started. Let's schedule a game plan meeting and do that within the first, ideally 24 to 48 to 72 hours of them joining the business. Okay. So you are going to set up a game plan meeting with them. In the meantime, this is what you're going to, personally, if you're on my team, this is what I will tell you that you should do. Now, if you're not on my team, then you may have a different steps and whatnot. But this is what I do. You can see right here. Amy, you're on this call, I think, right? I can't see you guys anymore. Here's a quick video explaining how to get started. The Getting Started Checklist and Game Plan Meeting doc links are in here to start. There are 2 pages. Some people only see the first. Okay. And I'm telling her that in messages, at least I hope I did. And so I tag her in this post and then I schedule a game plan meeting with her. It's about a half hour. And sometimes I'm doing it for the whole team. And sometimes I'm doing it just for my new reps. And then I tell them, hey, before our game plan meeting, please watch that 7-minute video. So this video right here, it's 7 minutes, you guys. And if you could all watch it on your own, I would really appreciate that if we were going to plug your new rep in there, because it's really good for you to know the things I say, right? You guys, the great thing about YouTube and Facebook and whatever is you can speed it up to like 1.5 speed. So my 7-minute video can be like 4 minutes for you, just so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I also tell them, watch that video and then click on that getting started document and do this first 48 hours list. Do as much of that as you can before we meet. Okay. So here we are, and I can't see you guys at all. I can't see the chat. I'm sharing my screen. So if you have questions or something is technologically going wrong here, I need you guys to like unmute yourself and speak up because I can't see anything besides my screen. And what I see right now is the getting started checklist. I'm really hoping that's what you guys see. So the getting started checklist first starts with pick your path. Now, if you're on my team, they're going to get an email, and that email is going to have like a welcome form in it where they kind of pick their path and they kind of fill out some things about what motivates them. So if you have a new rep and they said, well, I filled out this welcome form, you can reach out to me and I can make you an admin on that document, because it's like a tool to like know what your new rep makes them tick, right? So if they say, I love cash prizes, then you might do something like, hey, when you rank advanced to senior rep, I'm going to get you a $25 Target gift card or something like that as congratulations for it, because I'm so excited for you. You can do incentives that are geared towards what the majority of your team is. So here I kind of So I tell that person, go through that first 48 hours and like kind of the top three, 2/3 of the sheet before our meeting, or do as much as that as you can. So here's the welcome form I was telling you about. And so I have this, I don't have like the Strong Start program in here anymore because it's kind of outdated, but I do have Strong Start video 1 still in there because that tells them how to log into their back office, create an event, and schedule your launch, and how to use your gift card. So these are like, this right here is a great first video for them. And so I don't plug them into the Strong Start programs anymore. That used to be like 9 videos. And my personal opinion, in the past, when I've had like new reps, like they would get to like video 4 and then that would be it. And I don't want to overwhelm people with 9 videos. So I don't have 9 videos in my, and so when I schedule the game plan meeting, ideally they have already tried to set up their event shopping link. And here's another link to setting it up. So like, they don't have to necessarily, oh, okay, I don't need to watch ads. So it's still playing. Okay. Okay. So, and then introduce yourself to Team Right Shining Grind. Not everyone does that. Personalize your Zaya website. Also not that big a deal right away. Set up the game plan meeting with your sponsor, Sarah Cook. And then set up an email address just for Zaya. Join the ZMD and the Kaylee Brisky's marketing designs. You'll use this for graphics, spell out the welcome form. So honestly, those are pretty easy things. So I tell them, hey, do as much as you can on that first 48 hours before we actually meet. And then if you want to dive into and start looking ahead, go for it. Start looking ahead. So you can see Blair has an onboarding video in here and her quick start commit. Honestly, if they watch that or don't watch it, you're still going to kind of walk through them and stuff. It's just like how much time they have. Some people have more time to consume videos, some people don't. And this just talks about like their steps that they need to do. So is that on purpose or not on purpose? Somebody talking. Amy, did you need something? Sorry. Okay. Not on purpose. Okay. Sorry. I couldn't see you guys. Now I can see you. All right. So now that's what I told them before. Okay. Now we are in our our game plan meeting. Okay. So, here we are. I'm going to walk you through a game plan meeting. So I meet with that person and I say, so how did it go? How did that first 48 hours? Like, what did you have questions on that? Which one do you see yourself as? The enthusiast, the fanatic, the business builder? You know, did you kind of come up with this problem that Zaya solves for you and for other people? So we kind of talk that through. And then most of the time they're coming with you and they're saying, yeah, I set up an event, but I can't find it. Like, so you're going to troubleshoot some of those little nitty-gritty things with them. And that is usually quick because you had them do it before. So then the next thing that you do once you've kind of gone over that first part is you say, okay, so have you decided on a launch party date? And that is your next conversation. So step 1 is having them do as much as they can before you guys meet. And you guys, if you cannot get together with them on Zoom or whatever, you can voice memo this stuff back and forth. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed and be like, oh my gosh, I can't meet with somebody on a 30-minute Zoom to go over this all. Okay. I have launched people without doing the actual game plan meeting on a Zoom. Okay. So this stuff can go back and forth, right? So now you're like, so if you are in the game plan meeting or if you are together on Zoom, voice memo or Zoom, you're going to say, hey, when did you think that you're going to do your launch? Now, if they say in 2 weeks from now, what I challenge you, now this might be really, really hard for some people. Okay. So I want you to go out of your comfort zone and I challenge you to say, oh, you just signed up. It's so exciting. Is there a reason you need to wait 2 weeks to do your launch party? Because it's all online. Like, and so I can help you, and then try and see why, because the sooner you can get them launched, the sooner you can get them making money and having wins and staying in the business and being excited about it, right? They're here typically to make money, right? Now, if they maybe don't want to launch, they're scared to launch, they're nervous to launch, this is the next conversation I have with them. When did you pick out your launch party date? Okay. Then they give me a date and I really try and make it within the week or two, very soon. Okay. The next thing I say is, okay, so Amy, you're going to pick on you tonight because you were my last person I think I launched. Okay. Amy, I can do your launch party for you, or you can do it yourself. I highly recommend you do it yourself because you want your friends to see you as the expert rep, not me. So if I go in and I do all of the posting, they might come to me for sizing help, for product help, and you're really going to want them to come to you, not me, right? You want your friends to see you as the new rep, not me. This is especially important if I have ever done parties for them in the past, because I might have connections with some of their friends already, right? And so if I'm doing all of the posts in the launch party, they're still going to think like Sarah's the rep I need to go to, right? We want your friends to say, Amy's my rep now. Okay. So I kind of worded in a way where they inevitably choose that they do their own launch party, right? Because they want to make money and they want their friends to see them as the expert. Now, if they're very hesitant, oh my gosh, I don't know, whatever. And like, that's okay. How about I do like half of the posts for you? So I'll just do some products or maybe do like a live and you do, the majority. Does that sound more doable? So really having them take ownership, because you guys do not have time to run someone else's business and your own. Okay. You are constantly going to be doing parties and recruiting and launching new people. And if you're doing other people's parties on your team and you're getting, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but you don't get like as much commission, right? Now, I don't want you to like hesitate from recruiting people, because building a team is the residual income in this business. And it is how you do make the big money in this business. Like my paycheck, over half of it comes from my team now, not from my personal sales. Okay. So it is financially benefit to launch successful reps, but it is not financially benefit to run their businesses. There is no way I can run my team's businesses. I have my business to run. Okay. So you get them a date and then you tell them this is what we do. Okay. And very, very, very important. You want to celebrate every single win that they do. So when they go live for the very first time, I want you to shout it out in the team page. I want you to put it in the team chat. Oh my gosh, Wendy just had her launch party and she went live for the first time in her life and she did amazing. Okay. And it doesn't have to be live for the first time. It can be whatever. It can be, oh my gosh, Fran just made her first sale and her party technically didn't even officially kick off yet. Maybe they hit the second level in 2 days. You guys, so-and-so's just started her launch party. She's already at the second level. Let's get her a shout out. People stay in jobs and businesses where they are recognized and where they are celebrated. Okay. And we have that culture in our team and we want to celebrate that and build that up. Okay. So we have different uplines that you can follow, and I have tips and tools. So I want to go back to when I'm telling them how to launch. Okay. So I have everything in here. And when I'm on Zoom, it really doesn't like this big document. I really want to get to this document. Use this Google link for Google Docs for links, apps, things to use to help you save time. Okay. Whew. Okay, let me click on it. Okay. Everything is in this getting started doc. Okay. Like this getting started doc has all sorts of hyperlinks in it. So here we are. And I will tell you that this step 1 posting is a work in progress, but I would absolutely love it if some of you would help me. And I will tell you that I am meeting with Natalie Robinson a week from now, because I just said to her, she's like 11 levels above. She's amazing. She will do giveaways for her level 15 people. And you guys, she doesn't even make any income off of level 15. Like she just got the biggest heart in the world. She wants every single person in this business to succeed. And it doesn't matter if it affects her or not. She's just got the biggest heart. That's different. Anyway, and I reached out to her and I said, hey, Natalie, like you always share sin share folders and this and that. Well, sin share and post my party are amazing scheduling tools. And I've always told my new reps about it. Hey, you want to save time? You can pay $10 a month and have this, and you have these templates and it can schedule it for you. Well, your brand new reps typically are like, I just dropped $300 on the starter kit or $150. Like, I don't want to spend another $10 a month on something that I'm not sure, they're, again, remember, they're borrowing your belief at the start. So they're not certain that they're going to make a lot of money in this business. Now, if you're consistently selling 1,000, 2,000 a month and your paychecks are 280, 560, 700 a month, you're like, $10 to save me all that time is definitely worth it. But they are going to look and say, I just dropped $300 and I have no idea if I'm going to make that back. And then a profit on top of it. So now you're telling me to spend more money. Plus, usually you're telling them to buy gift cards in their launch party too, right? So you're also telling them to spend money. I typically, when we don't have these 20% off codes for new reps to use, I typically do where they use their gift card. I tell them as an option. I'm like, did you know that gift card that you have, you can just use it all on yourself, right? Or if you want, you can use some of it in gift card giveaways to start getting the sales to get free and half off, because you can actually buy gift cards with the gift card. Okay. So that is an option for people, because I always tell people do a giveaway in your parties to get sales, and do 3 giveaways because you have a minimum of 3 orders to hit the first level reward. So I tell all of my new reps now that I want you to go to Visily, and I want you to link it to your Facebook, because it is a scheduling app that is a free app. So instead of SendShare, instead of Post My Party that costs $10 a month, it's a lot clunkier than those. I will tell you, it's not as smooth. It's not as user-friendly, but the fact is it actually, it does work. It works great. And, that's all that matters. Now, I will tell you that it's way better on the computer than it is on your phone. So if you have a phone, it's like not the best. You're going to want to link it to your Facebook. Then it scans all of your Facebook groups that you're an admin of. So they're going to have to create their Facebook group first. And for some people, when you're doing their launch, like, there are some people that are not tech savvy in this world, right? And they started this business, and you may have to like hold their hand every step of the way with helping them create a Facebook group, helping them figure out how to schedule apps or schedule ahead of time on Facebook itself, how to search on Facebook. I always mentioned about the Google search, like that Facebook is like a Google search. So you go to Zaya Marketing Designs. I'm always mentioning this in my game plan meeting. Go to Zaya Marketing Designs, use the little magnifying glass, and search anything you want, your heart desires. And I use it every day as a Google search. Like just today, somebody asked me this, I don't know, there was a really obscure sweater that I didn't even know was on the website. And she's like, how does this look on other body shapes? So I typed in that sweater name, and not very many Zaya reps had it. There were like only 10 pictures on there, and I sent them to her, and she loved them, and she's going to get it. So that is like a Google search. And I think everyone on here knows how to use that. But here is Visily. And like I said, it's not super user friendly, but it is pretty easy if you follow my, I don't know, how do I move this? Oh gosh, Sarah. Okay. So in here, I kind of have like almost step-by-step instructions, or I try to have step-by-step instructions on how to load your templates, your teams. And I may put this over to Rayanne if you have anything that like made it easier for you to figure out, or less clunky, or anything that you wanted to share on that.
No, I mean, really, it was when I tried to do it on my phone, you couldn't see everything. Like, and it kept restarting me from logging in. It was super frustrating. I thought I was stupid at that point. And reached out to Sarah and said I must not get it. And then when I went on my computer, it was a lot easier, but it just, I mean, literally, if you read through Sarah's sheet and do it, then it was easy. And then I kind of just did a couple, set it up in my group to make sure it worked. But once you get in and log in, it's easy to follow those instructions. But computer is, I don't think you can do it on a phone.
Okay. So that's
at least to set it up.
So I'll have to mention that for setup, you'll need to find a desktop. and do it. And some people don't. But honestly, in this business, I do think it's a lot easier to work this business in general from a computer. Not all times. I mean, I will say that I don't touch my computer for like days on end, but then there are some tasks that it's just a desktop makes it easier to do some of this business.
I think maybe even Sarah tablet versus
A
the phone.
tablet.
Like, I
Okay,
think it just wasn't, I think the screen just really wasn't big enough to
Okay.
capture everything. Like the mobile
Yeah.
version went really tiny.
So if any of you don't have a desktop and want to be a guinea pig and try it out on an iPad or tablet and like report back to me, that would be awesome. So on here you can, and I will say there are some clunky things like, you guys, I cannot find my Facebook group, my personal VIP page. So that's not even linked on here, but that's okay. So you can only link like one new group every 28 days. So at one point I had 3 groups linked and this was under the free account and it was letting me post to all 3. And I thought that was just pure craziness. And so this is really awesome because I tell my new reps, I tell them about how I party in like a party group. And so I really only have the one group linked up to this, and then you would link your VIP group. So to start, they would link their VIP group and they would do their launch party through that. And I have a template provided for pre-party posts that you can tweak. I have a template started for fall party. And this is where I would totally love some help. And this is where I actually, and before you volunteer for help, but whatever, I did reach out to Natalie Robinson and I was like, maybe your VA could like make this rather than, and so I'm going to meet with her next week. So in the meantime, though, you can make your own. And so I just want to show you. They're at Jude's. Why? What did you want?
I was gonna help you start off the gym.
Oh, well, you'll have to wait a little bit, and I'm on a Zoom. So
When will they be home?
I told them to come home around 8.
They'll wait.
Okay. So, let me show you my group. Can you guys all see visibly right now? Right? Okay. So here we are. And again, it's a little clunky. Like every time I press Facebook groups and track groups, I'm telling you, it's like really slow. And sometimes I get annoyed and press and wait and whatever. So you can track one new group per month. You have one group left until you refresh date on 10/26. So like I have 2 groups in there right now. And here they are. So this is my party group. So I linked it to this party group. And so about every 28 days, you can change a Facebook party name, the description in the Facebook group. So all right. So here it is. And I'm just going to show you when you click on open group, it's so easy, you guys. So you can see, in like April, I had a party in that group and here are the posts that I linked on Visibly. In May, I had a party in that group. Here are the posts I linked. In August, I had a party in this group and there is what I linked. And now here we are. And here are my posts for this party right now. And you can see that the theme and style has changed. And so there are like certain things that you need to make sure, like, but it's all pretty user friendly. Like right here, your posts will be scheduled to go, they're scheduled to go out as scheduled. If this is toggled off, then it's not going to post. And so I highly recommend, this is technology, right? I highly recommend you don't go like all day without necessarily checking to see if it posted, because I've had that where I'm like, oh, it's fine, it's all getting posted, and I come back and like 8 hours later and nothing got posted because somehow the disconnection between the two. So on occasion, like if you get logged out of Facebook or logged out of Visibly or whatever, on occasion they won't talk to each other. So you just need to make sure that it's all turned on and it's talking to each other. But I'll tell you that has only happened like once or twice. And it happened in Post My Party a few times. It happened in Cinchers. I've tried them all. So this is not like, oh, this is what you get for having the free app or whatever. That's not necessarily it. What you get is that it is a little bit more clunky. And you can only link so many groups, whereas like Cincher and Post My Party are unlimited. But the great thing is you can share. So there's these teams you can join. These are not my teams. I just searched like Zaya and the keyword and I found, and so I found past like templates And here's where it would be really great if we kind of came up and we sort of, made some of our own and like tweaked them and shared them as a group. So you can go in and you can click on these templates and then like, you can link it to your group and then just like tweak them how you want. But this is really helpful for a brand new rep who's like, I have no idea how to run a party. I don't know how much do I post today. What do I post? So even still, this gives them the bones of like what to post. So I have been doing Visibly. If that doesn't work or they don't want it, then I will give them the boards link. And I believe that's all on here too. So like, and this just kind of it's helpful links for them to use. And I think here, so here's a sample party board, other useful boards. Like all of these boards have party posts in them. They have verbiage for messaging in them. So remember, this all came from the getting started checklist, right? And your rep is going to go boom, boom, boom. And so they're going to say, like, they're going to announce to their friends what they're doing. They're going to make a list of their 10 easiest. And so you're going through this with them, but then now you have that scheduling like app. So that's great, right? So now I'm going to go to page 2. So I think I wrote that on there. A lot of people don't know there's 2 pages. Okay. So here we go. If you are following through Blair's quick start, she's got a commit and a launch. You don't have to follow through Blair's. I kind of just say refer back to it. Know how to use your $100 gift card, or now it's 50, whatever, and how to buy gift cards. So if they message me and say, hey, I don't know how to buy a gift card, it's time to do a gift card giveaway. And you can say, well, just go to that getting started document. So make sure that they are saving this getting started document. I wanted to make sure that this link worked. If anybody is in there, can try it and then unmute yourself and tell me. So if any links are never working in here, like just let me know so I can fix the hyperlink. So this just walks them through what to do, start messaging, post your launch party. Here's your Visibly steps, other examples of parties so they can kind of feel like they know what they're doing. And so the next important part of your game plan meeting is, how do you get paid? And so this is a video for them. Oh my gosh, why do they have to like the ads? Ads. Okay. Okay.
Which link did you want to have tested?
How to buy gift cards.
All
On
right.
the second page. I'm gonna test it too. Here. I will say, you guys, if you don't like this kind of like way the document is in here, does this get you to a better one? Or is this the same one? There is like a way to get a PDF version of it. Yeah.
It worked.
It does work. Okay. Awesome. And so then there's just like the rest of it is kind of like for them to kind of go over, know how to get paid. So the Diet Active comp plan is in there. And I also will say, hey, with the getting paid, this is the game plan meeting. Like this is a game plan meeting document. And I actually don't pull this out very often except for to talk about the comp plan and like how you rank advance. And so you can track your income producing activities and like, if your monthly income goal is 300, sales that month would need to be 1065 or 1075 because 1075 times 28% is 301. So just like the Zia Active pay plan info is in here, how you get paid, the moonshot bonus, and so you can explain that, but that's it. That's all I do. You guys, you just want to get them launched. And then from there, you want to celebrate all of their wins, like all of the time. shout them out for every single win that they so now the very most important thing is get them into that launch. Okay. And they launch their party. Now you are going to follow up with them during their party. Offer to them, do you want me to go live one time, like on something that you don't, and this is an option to you, but like, I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't post for them, but I say, hey, if you don't have very many joggers and you want me to do a live, I can do a live. But you need to pick your launch party dates. And then from there, I will tell them like, hey, I'm free at this time and this time. Like I can go live for you. Like, so you can post it or I can post that I'm going live, and I offer to do a live for them on maybe something that they don't have a lot of. Then I explain to them, making sure that they know that they're going to hear no a lot, right? Making sure that they are aware that when they send messages, they will get ghosted. And I remind them, hey, remember how busy are you? If somebody sends you a message and you read it in between a meeting real quick when you were in the bathroom, and then it marked it as read, and then 2 days later they re-message you and they're like, hey, just seeing if you saw my message, and you're like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Like legit, you forget, right? So that is everyone else. And so you need to make sure that your new rep, she knows this. She knows people are busy and that they are not rejecting her personally, so don't take anything personal. Okay. So it's just like offering somebody a stick of gum. You are just asking them, hey, would you like this piece of gum? And if they say no, thanks, you're like, okay, sounds good. And that's the same thing about the opportunity. Like, hey, would you like to check out what I'm doing as a rep? No, I'm good. Okay. It's just like a stick of gum. Hey, would you like to check out my launch party? I really, really think that you're going to love this activewear. You would love it. The athleisure stuff, it's been super awesome lately. And they say, no, thank you. And I say, oh, that's okay. Like I'm still around or whatever. Like, but most of the time people don't say no to just checking it out. Okay. And people can support you in other ways. They like, comment, support you, and it's consistency over time, and it is the long game. And so making sure your new reps know that it takes time to build this business, but we want to get them to their first wins right away. And when talking about recruiting, tell them to talk about recruiting right away, because just tell them right away in their first video, talk about how much fun you're having and how much fun it would be to do this with somebody. Come learn this with me. We can learn this together, and they can rank advance right away because they're excited, and then their new reps excited, and they have this system that they can plug into. And from there, I encourage you, if you have new reps that are like super excited, to message me and see if we can get them plugged into our Wednesday night WAMs, because those are for new reps. And then kind of once they graduate from like the new rep status, they feel like we've been talking about things that they understand, they're ready to move on, then they might move on to our Thursday night WAMs, right? So getting them plugged into that community is also really going to help them. So what questions do you have? That's really it. So now what I want you guys to do is, if you're like still like, hi Sarah, I don't know if I can run a game plan meeting yet. Like, whoa. Okay. What I want you to do is join me next Wednesday when I am going to run the game plan meeting. And you can be a fly on the wall, and you can be there with, and you can see how I run a game plan meeting. And then you are going to see one, do one, teach one, right? So you'll see one, and the next time you'll do one. And then from there, you're going to teach your brand new rep how to do it to her with her reps, right? Okay, now I'm going to open it up for questions. We hit right on the end of the 45 minutes, which is our normal Thursday nights. What questions do you have? And after next Wednesday's game plan meeting, I will have more info on if I can convince Natalie to have her virtual assistant put some templates into Visibly. How cool would that be, right? But there's always boards, there's always other options. Any questions, you guys?
Sounds good, Sarah.
What?
It sounds good, but I walked through a lot of your stuff before.
Awesome. If you know you have a new rep and you are like doing that game plan meeting and you know they filled out that welcome form, that's where you just message me and I will get you like admin edit access to the form so you can see what they responded, because it's kind of fun to see like if what they're excited about and if they have a launch party set and things like that. So okay, well, no questions. I didn't see any in the chat. Oh, 5 new messages. I didn't see them all. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you all for coming tonight, spending your Thursday nights with me. If you are in a WAM, I am pretty sure that next week I have planned where we might do more of like a coaching mindset thing. Unless, you know, it is going to be the first one of the month. So it's a possibility we might combine some strategy in next week's too, with whatever they announce with the first of the month. So hopefully if you are in the WAMs, you can make it next week. If you're not in the WAM, then you can talk to me about how do I get on one in the future. But I think you're all in one. Thanks everyone for being here, and I'll see you hopefully on Wednesday and Thursday next week. Bye guys.